Imagine a scene straight out of a horror movie. A person sits peacefully in their living room, nothing seeming out of the ordinary. Suddenly, and without warning, flames erupt from their body, engulfing them in a terrifying inferno. This isn't a scene from a fictional thriller, it's the horrifying reality reported in cases of spontaneous human combustion, or SHC. This phenomenon, as baffling as it is terrifying, has puzzled scientists and intrigued the public for centuries. Could a human being truly combust into flames without an external source of ignition? The idea seems impossible, defying the basic laws of physics and biology. Yet, scattered throughout history, are bizarre and unsettling accounts of individuals seemingly bursting into flames, leaving behind only ash and a chilling mystery. These cases, often involving seemingly ordinary individuals going about their daily lives, have become the subject of intense scrutiny, speculation, and debate. Join us as we delve into the fiery enigma of spontaneous human combustion. Spontaneous human combustion, or SHC, is a term used to describe the alleged process of a human body burning, seemingly from the inside out, without an apparent external source of ignition. The phenomenon is characterized by the victim's body being largely consumed by flames, while the surrounding environment often suffers minimal fire damage. This stark contrast between the intense heat required to incinerate a human body and the often limited damage to the immediate surroundings is one of the most perplexing aspects of SHC. Reports of SHC often describe the victim's torso and limbs being reduced to ash, while their extremities, such as hands and feet, may remain relatively intact. This unusual pattern of burning only deepens the mystery surrounding HC. One of the most well-known cases of suspected SEC is that of Mary Reeser, a 67-year-old widow from St. Petersburg, Florida. On July 2, 1951, Mrs. Reeser was found almost entirely incinerated in her apartment, with only her left foot and a portion of her spine remaining. The room showed signs of intense heat, yet the fire remained largely contained to Mrs. Reeser's body, leaving investigators baffled. Another compelling case involves Dr. John Irving Bentley, a physician from Cootersport, Pennsylvania. On December 5, 1966, Dr. Bentley's partially burned body was discovered by a meter reader. The only evidence of fire in the bathroom where he was found was a small smoldering hole in the floor beneath his remains. His walker, situated nearby, remained untouched by the flames. These cases, along with numerous others documented throughout history, share striking similarities in the apparent lack of external ignition sources and the localized nature of the burns. Despite the lack of definitive scientific evidence, several theories have emerged attempting to explain the perplexing phenomenon of spontaneous human combustion. One of the most widely discussed is the wick effect theory. This theory proposes that the human body, under certain conditions, can act like an inside-out candle. Proponents of this theory suggest that a person's clothing or body fat can act as a wick, slowly burning and generating enough heat to ignite the body's internal fluids and tissues. Another theory proposes that a buildup of flammable substances, such as methane or acetone within the body, could lead to spontaneous combustion. However, the levels of these substances required to trigger such a reaction are far higher than what is typically found in the human body. Some researchers believe that static electricity could play a role in spontaneous human combustion, with a sudden discharge igniting flammable materials near the body. However, this theory struggles to explain the intense, localized heat observed in many spontaneous human combustion cases. While the idea of spontaneous human combustion is captivating, many scientists and skeptics remain unconvinced. Critics often point to more plausible explanations for these seemingly impossible deaths. One common argument suggests that many alleged spontaneous human combustion cases are actually the result of an external ignition source, such as a cigarette, match, or faulty electrical appliance. They argue that the victim, often elderly or intoxicated, may have fallen unconscious or died before the fire spread, making it appear as if the fire originated from their body. Another explanation focuses on underlying medical conditions. Some researchers believe that conditions like ketoacidosis, a metabolic state that can occur in individuals with poorly controlled diabetes, could increase the flammability of body tissues. However, even these conditions do not fully explain the extreme heat and unusual burn patterns observed in spontaneous human combustion cases. Despite centuries of speculation, scientific investigation, and countless theories, spontaneous human combustion remains a perplexing and unsolved mystery. The lack of conclusive evidence, combined with the bizarre and often gruesome nature of the reported cases, continues to fuel debate and intrigue. While some remain convinced that spontaneous human combustion is a real phenomenon, defying our current understanding of biology and physics, others dismiss it as a combination of misidentified causes and overactive imaginations. The strange patterns of burning, the apparent lack of external ignition sources, and the sheer improbability of a human body spontaneously bursting into flames continue to baffle and fascinate. Perhaps with further research and a deeper understanding of the human body, we will one day unravel the truth behind this fiery enigma. But until then, the question remains: is spontaneous human combustion a terrifying reality or simply a chilling figment of our collective imagination? So what do you think? Drop your theory in the comments, like if this mystery gave you chills. Subscribe for more weird science and unexplained mysteries every week.